So I haven't done this in a while, but I'm on the thing again. I rewatched some of the video, and I know, okay, and I know pretty much where we're at. So basically, from what I remember, well, you probably watch it chronologically. I'm gonna be honest. Um, where do I start? Okay, so I'm gonna say, well, I don't know. So I don't want to say too much. Why is the quality so bad? Or is that just me? My computer wants to kill itself. Um, yes, indeed. Why can't I think? Why is that quality terrible? Is it just me? Anyways, um, I think it's just me. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna cut to it now. These blue guys over here get a bit big for their boots, and they start wanting to get like the entire the entire like length, or is that width? That's length. No, that's length. Great. That's the width, I believe. Oh my goodness, stop doing that. Okay. So essentially, they want the length of it. So they want to control this little peninsula here, and they want this little guys here, or just these little guys, because these guys are like the Holy Land. I think I can't remember. So what they do is they start moving, and they do that pretty quick because these guys aren't the strongest. If that doesn't make sense, does it? Oh my goodness, why computer? Literally, I hate you. Why is it so bad? I built it with my own two hands. I can't run bloody pain. What is the point? I hate you. I might be doxing myself with this, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think there's anything personal on it. I think it's good. Okay, anyways. So these guys start marching through like and the red guys say, hey, we'd like a relationship with them, but it's too late now because they're dead. And then they do this, and then they do this, and this isn't good news. Now they control all of this, and they do the same over here. But then the red guys, when it's all done and dusted, say, hey, these guys now pretty much own what they wanted to, so let's deal with them. And they declare war on them as such. And then these guys up here said, yeah, we want to get all powerful too, so we declare war on them. And this starts with them doing a little walk, as they say, into this. They can't defend it all at once, it's only a small garrison here. And they do fairly well for themselves. And these guys invade like 30 gazillion fronts. And there's all like fighting and stuff. And then they all pushing back, apart from like here where it's a bit slower, and here where they actually lose because they don't have a big enough holdout. They're going to stay there because I need to save the colour for later. Actually, no, that doesn't make much sense. So basically, these guys get invaded. They're like, hey, we got to flee somewhere. It's an uninhabited island here, because these guys just abandoned it. So they just took it over and fled there. And they're not very happy, but they don't really care because they don't want to get invaded by these if they get involved. And the grey guys then say, hey, we want a piece of the pie too, bud. And they start waltzing through. And these blue guys realise they got a bit big for their boots here, as they say. So they're like, okay, guys, let's call it a deal. And then alright, I'm trying to think. They say to these grey guys first, they realise they're in a worse position. Hey, if you accept this, then... Wait, sorry, who are they in an alliance with? Is that yellow dot? Is that outdated? Oh no. They say, hey, if we give the land you've taken, will you please stop? And they said, okay, sure, because we can't really get much better than that. Because we're going to start losing if we say no. So you do in fact accept. They don't much claim to this, but neither does anyone, because it's literally just a wasteland. Well, not wasteland, it's just plains. Like 30,000 people live here max. This is like smaller than normal like planet, I think is the law. Pretty sure it is. That might be one of my other series I've done on a different channel, or this one, so I've done some on this one. Okay, anyways, and they get that grey little land there, which is now grey, it wasn't before. What time? Yeah. Alright, and then they get all this land, which is a pretty good bargain if I don't say so myself. I was them, and now it's just a few enemies. And they say to these brown fellows here, hey, wouldn't you mind doing that as well? And they said, yes, because why not? Because we want the land, and they're going to come back for it anyways. How their deal's not as good. Actually, never mind, I'm just going to do it simple. I was going to say they get something less, but it doesn't make much sense why they accept that. So they can probably push for a bit longer. Bang. And they just annex it outright, which probably didn't go too well, but no one really cares. There's not much resistance yet, because no one has much national identity in these places. So there's not much to resist, unless they start like the language or something. And they do the same off the red fellows here, but they're a bit more powerful, so they say no, so you want all this land. So it's just flat out war here. They do a few more little skirmishes kind of on the border. Then the blue guys just flat out of nowhere just send in like zillions of people, and then they just start walking through. And the red guys are like, okay, well then we'll do the same over here. So you didn't see that coming. You know, they did see it coming. And this gets complicated because now they like, and then they outflanked them to the south, and then their army's stuck there, and they push back here. And all the blue guys are looking pretty good if they don't say so themselves. And then they're trying to do the same here. The red guys realise, and they kind of like forced them out by pushing into like, the less interesting areas that they ignored. And they stopped that from happening, which is pretty lucky for them. It's like bad news. And they've been going to concentrate push here to liberate this, which kind of gets halted. And they realise, hey, this is not good news. We'll just sign a peace with you, where we lose all our sovereignty over this little peninsula here. We pull out of your territory here, but you pull out here and here. And they said, hey, it's a pretty good deal. We lost pretty much everything, but we can't win this war. And you pull out here as well. Ooh. And they're like, hey, we gained quite a lot from that. We got our goals. We lost a bit in the north, but it's fine. But these are very resistant. They kind of just leave them be. They leave the borders be for future convenience, which is nice of them. I don't know what I'm looking at. So they gained their goals. Now they control the entire like length or width of the continent. That's pretty bad news if you're any of these guys, if I had to ask me. And over here, the government in exile is kind of a deal here. Government in exile kind of deal here. These guys you got eradicated entirely. Poor little guys. Poor little guys, man. Okay, and finally up here, these brown fellas with their newfound power in the south just absolutely rush these guys. There's a bit of resistance, mainly the advance is slow due to the terrain, very mountainous, and this is all they get, and they're like, yeah, whatever, you can accept as peace, and they said yes, because we can't win this. A small little war, as they say. And there you go, that's enough for one day. So I've got something more planned. I don't know if I want to plan that out, which I probably will. Goodbye, young fellows.